You know, so I remember this old timer telling me one time, he said, Renny, man, prison could be likened to a womb, right? I didn't understand what he mean. He said, but, you know, if you don't change the way you think and behave, that womb could turn into a tomb. So I didn't understand what he mean till years later on. He was telling me, Renny, man, you got to educate yourself, man. You got to leave prison in a better condition than when you came in. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in prison, whether it's physically or mentally.
Yeah,
and it came to me years later what he meant, but I didn't see it then. You know,
it took you a couple of years.
A lot of years. It was 17 years of my incarceration.
That's a fact.
17 years of my incarceration is when I moved to turn my life around. I'll never forget it. I remember I went down the phone that night, and the sister I was with at the time, she told me my son had killed somebody. You know what I did? I went back to my cell, or to the cell, not my cell. You know how it is. I put the sheet up because I didn't want nobody to see me praying. I'm getting ready to pray. You know, that's a sign of weakness in prison. Yeah. And I got on my knees, brother, and I prayed to God. I said, God, I don't know when the last time I've been before you, but please don't let my son fall as hard as I did, right? I said I would do anything if you just honor this request. And, I mean, God just started sending people to me, man, to help me, you know.
Get your shit right.
Yeah, get me right, man. And
not just get your son right, but you need to be right so you can get your son right. Just because you need to be there for your son, for your seed.
Right, and I just started, he just started sending people on my way, in my path, and helping me.
Look at that,
and steering me in the direction. I was in Shawanga at the time, and next thing you know, I'm going to therapeutic classes. And when I went in the first therapeutic classes, I always tell people this story. Everybody that was in that room, they moved to one side of the room. They thought I came in there to harm somebody. That's how I was so deep in that mud of ignorance and self-destruction.
The energy came in.
That everybody thought, but they didn't realize then I came in there to get what they had. But I had to prove to them that I wanted what they had.
Of course.
So it took some time, and they seen that I was sincere about changing my life around and everything. And I just started going from there, and next thing you know...
Locally, y'all, only on YouTube.